What is going on, guys? Welcome to the second episode of Industry Unplugged, the podcast where we're helping you guys become better artists. Last week, we had Gio from Urban Anatomy on, and we talked a lot about branding as an artist and the importance of, the new style of media, the one-shots, running ads, everything like that. And I had a few people reach out just kind of with some more questions about running ads and how to actually gain fans, how it all works. And so I was like, why don't we just do a whole episode breaking it down? Now, I shot the episode last week, but I was trying to get into too much detail with the actual running of the ads, and I just felt like it was just too much without an explanation, of really why we even need the ads or what the purpose of the ads are and what the purpose of funnels are and what all that means. So I was like, let me just back it up and we'll do an episode breaking it all down, from the jump. So we're going to be talking about, the importance, obviously, of running ads and creating funnels, the importance of getting contact information from fans off platform, so not on Instagram, not on TikTok. We're going to talk about, the quality of the ads that you need to have, the quality of the music that you need to have. We're going to talk about, how you take somebody from being a complete stranger to a fan that wants to support you and, everything that includes along the way. So let's just get right into it. So first up, before we can talk about, why we're going to run ads, the importance of it, we need to understand what the problem is that most artists face and why ads is the solution. So most artists, they don't have a problem with not having fans. They have a problem with not having systems in place for their music and for their releases. Just because you posted your song on Instagram doesn't mean that you promoted for your song. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're an artist. You should be posting your music, on Instagram, TikTok, everything like that as is. That does not count as, promotion, marketing. Hitting the boost button on Instagram is not running ads. Technically, yes, you are running an ad, but that's not running ads to the level of actually being able to create fans. You know what I'm saying? And I think, I call it the Pittsburgh problem, but I am sure, and I know that I've seen it in other cities, I'm sure it's the problem probably everywhere. Artists who aren't, popping yet, they're putting the music out, they'll drop a song, they'll post about it, post again, maybe they shot a video for it, they'll, do that, the cover art, they'll maybe do 3 posts for this song, won't get any traction off of it, won't get any new fans, won't get the streams they're looking for, and then they just go on to the next song, and they do the exact same thing over and over and over, and then, a lot of artists, I'm sure, wonder, why am I stuck in this, ether? You're not getting fans, you're not growing your followers, you're not growing your fan base, you're not growing your streams, but you're still putting music out. Funnels are the answer to that. It's how you turn strangers into fans, and it's not the click farms. It's not the, fake YouTube promo where you get 10,000 views in 30 minutes. It's not like where you get 1,000 streams on Spotify in 5 seconds and then it dies off in a week or whatever. It's not anything where they can guarantee you a number. It's just work. It's creating content that people like, making sure that you engage with the people that like that content, and continuously following up with them with more good content until they become fans, that want to support you, purchase things from you, go to your shows, get your merch, everything like that. So let's break down what a funnel really is. Yes, I got my notes. I got a whole Excel, a whole Word document for this. What is a funnel? All right. A funnel is a planned path from taking somebody from I don't know you to I like you to I support you and I want to get things from you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if that sounds weird. This is a business. We want to get paid at the end of the day. Do you know what I'm saying? Support is great, but like buying things off you is even better, you know? Because then you don't got to work a job. You can just make music all the time. And when you're doing the funnel, I think the most important thing is preparation before you actually start running ads. I've had a lot of conversations with artists where I try to break this down for them, you know, and they'll get the idea, okay, I just got to create this content and then share it and they'll like it. And then I keep creating more content that they'll like and sharing that and everything. And then they'll turn into fans and buy stuff. But they get ahead of themselves. The biggest thing is preparation. When you're doing these funnels, you should already have all of your content that we're going to break down. You should have all of this created and ready to go when you start your first ad. Because with every release, for every artist I record, I tell them this. The worst thing that you could have happen, the last thing that you want is to be trying to catch up to yourself once you've released a song or a project. You don't ever want to put a song out and be like, I don't have a music video for it. I don't have one shots for it. I don't have behind the scenes content for it. I don't have, you know what I'm saying? Any type of material to go along with the song other than the cover art. And let's be completely honest, unless you're a star, bro, nobody cares about the cover art. That post is not getting interactions. Do you know what I'm saying? For the most part, that's not going to be the post that gets the most interactions unless you're already popping. But we're assuming that you aren't, which is why you're trying to run funnels, which is why you're trying to get fans. You got to be prepared. You got to have the first piece of content, then the follow-up, then the follow-up to that. And you also need to be making sure your social media pages reflect you as an artist. You know what I'm saying? Like your Instagram, that's like the professional place. That's what we were talking about last week. The Instagram page is like the resume. That's what people are going to look at and they see the professionalism. TikTok, you can have more fun with it. YouTube, you can have more fun with it. Twitter, you can have more fun with it. But the Instagram page, that's where they want to see the cool photos, the cool videos. They don't want, you know, the screen recorded version of your song. Stop posting that on your page. That's not what they want. They want professionalism. They want to see an artist. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that looks larger than life. Because when you're running ads and you're running them to strangers, they don't know you like the people around you know you. They don't know that you got a regular job. They don't know that, you know what I'm saying, money might be tight right now. You're arguing with your girlfriend or your boyfriend or something like that. They don't know any of that. They see you as an artist, as a star. You know, when I was dropping music, having people reach out that I've never met before, telling me that, you know, they bought merch for him, his wife, and his kids, and they wear it all the time. And you know what I'm saying? The one dude told me, he was like, you gave me the confidence to open a landscaping business. I was making rap music. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, it was a crazy feeling. And none of them knew I was still working 2 jobs trying to make ends meet, just trying to make shit work. You know what I'm saying? You need to have the image ready to go. You need to be the star that you talk about in your music. Do you know what I'm saying? Or the person that you talk about in your music if you know, are a very vulnerable artist. But everything needs to match the content and the music that you are creating. Now, that was a little tangent. I'm sorry about that. But we need to talk about, like I said, the importance of having that professionalism. But also when you post, there needs to be a point to the posts. You know, it can't just be, like I said, the screen recorded song that you delete, the random, you know, video just from out on the street. You know what I'm saying? If you're out partying or in the club that doesn't have any context or doesn't mean anything, all that's done. Save that for the stories or save it for TikTok or whatever, but that's not for Instagram. yeah, you want to make sure that it's intentional posting. You want to make sure that you're going somewhere with this, that you're actually taking the fans or the potential fans in a direction and showing them your world. You know, you got to create your own world. You got to have this, like, I know it sounds so weird, but it's like you want people to go to your page and see you as like the star of your world, if that makes sense. So there can't be frivolous content on there. That's very big. Next, you know, you want to make sure that the people who are listening to your music are the right people. You want to make sure that they're the people that are going to become fans. I think a lot of people will use like the click farms or pay to get on playlists for Spotify and think that just because they're getting numbers, that means that people are listening or that means that they're gaining fans. Streams, man, like streams are cool. Don't get me wrong. You need streams, but a stream is just a thing like that. It comes and it goes. A fan is an asset. A fan is someone that stays around for life and they support you and they purchase things from you and they come to your shows and they bring their friends and they tell people about you. Paying for the streams, just because somebody listened to your song or listened to 3 seconds of your song doesn't mean that they're a fan. You know, you could pay for the Spotify placement. You get on a playlist and they hear 2 seconds of your song and they skip it. 3 seconds of your song, whatever it is that triggers the Spotify, you got to stream or you got to play 3 seconds, 5 seconds, and then they skip it. That doesn't mean that they liked it. That doesn't mean that they're going to come back. You know what I'm saying? So you really got to shift your focus from, I want the numbers on YouTube and Spotify and Instagram, to I want the quality of engagement to be there. You know, I would rather 20 likes on a post and 5 comments from people that genuinely support my music than 200 likes on a video and, you know, people just dropping the fire emoji and moving on with their day. Do you know what I'm saying? Because the people that actually enjoy you, enjoy your music, those are the people that are going to become fans. So we got to shift our focus from the vanity numbers to real life people, which is a hard shift to make because it might not be the numbers that you want to see, and that might be frustrating at first. But at the end of the day, you're trying to make a business out of this. You're trying to make a career out of this. You need people supporting you. You need money coming in. So a lot of artists, when they drop, you know, complain about the same things. Like, it's always the same things. I always hear people saying, you know, nobody sees my posts. I'm shadow banned. You know, I paid for the Spotify placement and I got the streams, but nobody followed me. You know, I didn't get any new fans. I post the thing and I tell people to check it on my YouTube and nobody goes to my YouTube. I'm not getting the conversions that I want. And the reality is, it's not Instagram. It's not TikTok. They're not shadow banning you. You are just not creating engaging content, or you're not creating content for the people that are watching you. Your content is going to the wrong people. You know, they're just not engaged with it. So, you got to shift to entertaining. You got to shift to entertaining people. As a rapper, that is your job. Your job is to entertain people at the end of the day. As an artist, rapper, singer, whatever you want to do, your job is to entertain. If you're not creating content that people are entertained by, they're not going to watch it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if you drop a video and the quality isn't good and the angles don't work and it takes 20 seconds for the intro and it's not super hard when it drops, I'm out. I'm not watching it. Why would I? Do you know what I mean? Like, if you're creating content that you yourself wouldn't sit down and be captivated by. If it wasn't you, take yourself away from it and look at it objectively. Like, bro, if I really looked at this, would I scroll past this on Instagram? And if you have to even think about it, the answer is yes. And if that's the case, you need to start creating content that you wouldn't scroll past on Instagram or on TikTok. That's the biggest thing, is making sure that what you're doing is getting the audience's attention. That's what we said, on the podcast with Gio. I definitely recommend going and checking that one out. We talk about the importance of creating hooks at the beginning of your songs, creating those moments that are going to go viral, that are going to make people stop and say, who is this guy? What's he doing? I need to check him out. You also want to start focusing on, with building fans, you want to start focusing on getting them off platforms. That's going to be the big part of these funnels. When we're creating funnels, creating fans, is getting them off platform. Like I said at the beginning, getting them off Instagram, getting them off TikTok, getting them somewhere where you can reach out to them if your account gets banned, because it happens. You know what I'm saying? Social media accounts get banned, they get hacked. You can't post, whatever may happen. You need to be able to still get in touch with all of your fans. So when we create these funnels, a big thing is getting texts, getting phone numbers, emails. I don't know, what else is there? I think phone numbers and emails pretty much covers it. I can't imagine you're going to want people's address to send letters to them. That's dead and done. Falcon, maybe. Send a falcon, or what do they send? Hawks? Ravens? They sent some pigeons. Mike Tyson Mysteries. That's how I remember that. You want to get their phone numbers. You want to get their emails so that you can get in touch with them off platform in case something does happen to your account. Now, when we talk about funnels, when we talk about creating a fan, there's 4 steps. 4 steps to a funnel, creating a fan base. First up, creating the traffic. That's just putting that quality content out there for people to see. This is where you're going to get, the largest amount of people in there. And we're going to find out of that big people, who is interested in your music, who likes your music. And then what we're going to do is we're going to retarget them with another ad. We're going to run another ad to the people that like that first ad that they saw. Once you do that 2 times, 3 times, you've got these people that are now starting to become familiar with you. And since we're only going to run the ads to the percentage of people that were fans on this one, the percentage that were a fan of this one, it's going to be a smaller and smaller number, but each time it's going to be more and more genuine people. We're going to find who really likes you. Once we do that, then we're going to want to capture their information. Capturing text, phone number, email, everything like that, so that you can contact them, you can give them those early releases, everything like that. That's the most important thing. Once you do that, man, once somebody gives you their phone number to get in touch with them, it's over. That's somebody that really likes you. They really, really like your music. Do you know what I'm saying? Follow that up with the nurturing phase. This is where you make a group chat where only you can send messages, and you just hit the people up and you go, yo, here's early release. Here's the behind the scenes for this song. Here's some photos from my video shoot. Any type of content that you haven't posted on regular media. It's like Patreon, but you do this with a text chain or an email chain where only you can talk, so because you don't want too many people in there just saying whatever. But something like that, it nurtures these people who, again, are already interested in you and your music. They already like your music, into fans. It nurtures them into fans. Like, imagine if you know what I'm saying, we're on to Drake early before he blew. And he's sending, group chat. This is the song that isn't out yet. This is, you know what I'm saying, the fit that I'm about to wear to my show tonight. This is the set list that I'm going to perform tonight. Can you imagine what that would do for people? How excited you would be to be able to be a part of something that you really believed in and you were a fan of before it blew up. That's one of the most important things you can do. And once you do that, once you're sending this content out, you're sending these songs and nurturing these people into true fans, that's when you hit them with step number 4, which is the ask. That's where the money comes in. That's where you get paid. So you got these people that you run these ads to over the course of time, and they've really kind of started to enjoy the music. Then you add them to the group chat. You're sending them all the behind the scenes, the unreleased, all the extra content nobody else gets to see yet. Then you follow all that up with, yo guys, I got this merch dropping. I got these shows that I'm about to perform. I got, I don't know, iTunes. You can still buy, I don't know, you can sell it on Distro. I don't even think iTunes is around, but you sell the album. You can sell CDs, bro. People still got CD players in the cars, believe it or not, bro. Not everybody got Bluetooth in there. Anything that you're trying to sell. You know what I'm saying? Music. You want them to stream it. You want them to run, yo guys, run this up. I need you to play this for 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? You can create the Patreon account where they pay to subscribe, anything like that. This is where you take these people who you've nurtured this whole time, who now, love your music, and you can say, here's what I have for you guys to support me. You've supported them this far. You've given them all this. Now it's your turn to ask. You can say, everybody that gets, $100 worth of merch is going to get an autographed hat or autographed whatever thing you have for sale. Extra sales, early sales just for the fans. This is where you're going to start to actually see some income. And that's the big thing to remember as well when we're talking about these funnels and creating fans. This isn't an overnight thing. I definitely had people, that as soon as they saw the first ad, they loved it. I love this music. This is for me. That's great. It's a long game, though. We want the majority of people, you know what I'm saying? They're not going to be super fans at first. The majority of people, they might be like, oh, it's cool. Oh, it's cool. Now I've seen him 3-4 times. Man, you know what? I'm actually kind of into this. Oh, what's up? He's got a group chat where I can see, early release. Yeah, let me check that out. Let me see what's up. Let me give them my number. Boom. Now they're in. You're sending them the content. You could text them. Yo, what's up? Every week. Send a, what's up? How we doing? Hope everybody has a great week. Motivational words, anything like that. It takes time. It's not overnight. It's not 1 week. It's not 2 weeks. This is a month, 2-3 months. It's a real relationship that you're building with these people. It's not just like a cash grab. It's not a just give me the money type thing. You really are building relationships with these people to turn them into fans so that they want to support you. Yeah, it's incredibly powerful. I've seen this work, in my own life for artists that I have worked with and run ads for before. You just need to make sure that you're locked in. You make sure that you're creating good content, which ironically brings us to the next point, creating good content, because I got to tell you guys, I've run ads for people before where I can tell you right off rip, nobody's going to watch it. I could tell you right away, nobody's going to watch this. And then I've run ads for people where, their image is on point. The visuals are edited to match their image. The song matches their image. You know what I'm saying? The mix, everything all goes together and it sends the same message. Those are the people who are successful with their releases. And you can see the difference. It might cost, say they got their shit together. It might be 1 cent per 1,000 impressions. And then this guy who just kind of put a video together and it's just whatever, they might be paying 40 cents. They might pay $1. I don't know. If it's that bad, they're going to pay a lot more per 1,000 impressions or per person watching their video than the person who has it together. You guys got to remember, ads don't make bad music work. You can't put a square peg in a round hole. Ads are not going to help bad music. They're just going to clown you in the ads. And now you want to be mad at me because you paid for an ad and people are clowning you on the ad. Ads help good music get heard by the right people. That's what ads do. Ads let you choose who's going to see your music. You don't have to sit around and wait and hope that the algorithm sends you to the right people or hope that people are going to be fans when they see your content. You get to choose who sees them. You get to choose the age of the person, the location of the person, the musical taste of the person, the other interests of the person. I mean, you can narrow it down and get so specific with this. You are in charge when you run ads. And most artists, like I said, when I do, break this down for them, they get too excited and they don't do the right preparations. I would recommend you to have one video that you lead off with, 3 follow-up videos. These can be behind the scenes content. These can be one-shot videos. These can be other clips from the music video, but you got to have 3 pieces of follow-up content. Then we're going to start asking people for, phone numbers and email addresses with a landing page. And a landing page is basically just like, it's like a link tree, a little page on your website where they can just punch it in. You've all seen it before when you do that, and then you start getting calls from all the insurance companies or whatever. But this is for music. Most artists, when they do run these ads, though, they get caught up. They don't do the prep. They'll run ads straight to Spotify. They won't run follow-up ads. They won't do, like I said, the first one and then the second and the third. They just do the first one and then fall off and forget about it, and then they wonder why things don't work. To break it down, break it all down, we run our first ad. After that ad, we're going to follow it up with another ad of good content. We're going to follow that one up with another ad of good content and potentially another one. All of these taking people that were fans of the first one to the second, fans of the second to the third, fans of the third to the fourth. And then after that, we take that small group of fans from the fourth and we ask for their contact information. Then you start to nurture them, and then we make our sales and make our money. It's a very simple process. It's not short, so most people get upset and they fall off. A lot of excuses that I hear. That's what we're talking about next, because I don't accept excuses on this show. I don't accept excuses in real life, if we're being honest. I don't got money for ads. That's number one. Bro, you don't need a lot of money. You need good quality, you don't need money. You need good quality content. If you got good quality content, your money is going to go a lot further because it's going to be a lot cheaper to send those ads out to people. You only need like $1.50. You know what I'm saying? If you're really tight on cash, bro, we could make it work with $1.50. For surely we could. I don't want to hear I'm broke. You're buying weed. You're buying bottles. You're buying clothes. Just don't do that. Spend it on ads. People always say, I don't have enough fans yet. That's the stupidest one out of all of them. You don't got fans because you're not running ads. Run some ads and you'll get fans. Nobody cares if they like your music and they're genuinely interested in you. It doesn't matter that you only got 500 followers. Like, what are you doing? You want to wait till you get 10,000 followers to start running ads so you seem like you're popping? Bro, that's stupid. Everybody has to start somewhere. Don't kid yourself. Next, what do people say? What do I say here? Oh, yeah, people think that it's fake. Listen, bro, it's not fake. Click farms are fake, okay? It's just getting your music to people a lot quicker than the natural algorithm is probably going to do it. You can push it out there at a big scale for a few dollars and save yourself that whole process of just dropping, hoping that people are going to find it and like it. Let's find the people ourselves. We go to them. Don't let them come to us. Now, for those of you guys who are interested in this and thinking, okay, well, what could this really do for me? How could I incorporate this? How could it help in my career? When you guys are running funnels and you have everything organized and you're putting the effort into this that it demands, like a job, like a real job, you're putting that effort in, you're going to see your drops perform better off rip because you have created this system of people that really enjoy your content. You drop, instead of having to do that, click down your whole Instagram list of like, comment, share, that stupid thing that you do. Feels embarrassing. It feels awkward to do. You know what I'm saying? Instead of having to do that and just praying that people are going to like it, you've run these ads and found people who already like it. Now you can just go tell them in the chat, yo guys, I'm about to drop. Go run this up. Stream it all day. Just put it on loop for me. You have this whole community of people. It's going to be a lot easier to sell merch and to sell tickets to shows when you start performing because you have people that are fans. You already got them on lock. It's not posting your merch and then running an ad and hoping that people will see the ad for your merch and then go to your page and listen to your music and like your music enough to go buy the merch. Do you know what I'm saying? It's foolishness. We create the fans and then we sell them the merch. Then we sell them the tickets to the shows. And labels and management, when you get to that point, are going to take you more seriously and look at you a lot better. Because, listen, if you're still thinking it's 1998 and the label is going to just discover you and blow you up, bro, you are so far gone. The labels are a business. You are a business. They don't want to work with you unless you got money coming in. So if you can go to a label or you want to work with a manager, you need management, you can go to them and say, look, I already got this whole list of proven people that are fans of my music. I regularly interact with them. I know how to run ads. I know how to gain new fans. They are going to look at you as such an asset. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be a liability. You want to be an asset. And they're going to see you as an asset because this guy or this girl can do it themselves and has done it themselves already. So boosting them up is going to be that much easier. You also want to talk about the freedom of it, bro. You now can post music without having to beg for attention, without having to sound desperate on social media. Stream my music, please stream, everywhere like that. You don't have to do that anymore because you're running ads. The ads do it all for you and it looks professional. The fans that you've created on the last run of ads that you did for the last song are supporting this next drop. You don't have to start at zero anymore. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to start it. Nobody listened to this song. Let me drop it. Well, nobody listened to this song. No, bro. You build that momentum. And don't trip if it's only 10 fans, 15 fans the first time, bro. That's 15 people. You read it again. Those 15 people like what you're doing. They're going to tell their friends. And now when you run the next ad, you build, say, another 15 and they bring 5 with them. Now you're at 35. Then the next time, that 35, you can bring another 20 in and they bring 10 people with them. You know what I'm saying? Now you're at 65. It just keeps snowballing with consistency. So I want to challenge you guys for your next drop or even before your next drop. Build one funnel to help that release, okay? So before your next project drops or your next song drops, create some type of funnel. Run some type of ads for music that you already got out to create fans and just try to get 5 phone numbers or 5 email addresses from people that you don't know and put them in a group chat so that you can start sharing content with them. And shit, while we're at it, share 3 pieces of content with them too before your next drop. That's my challenge. So make sure you guys let me know how that goes. And stay tuned because we're definitely going to be breaking it down further in later episodes, actually talking about how to run the ads. Like I said, I shot that video last week and just didn't put it out. We're going to break down, funnel examples deeper. We're going to talk about, how you can avoid a lot of the mistakes that I see people make when it comes to creating content. It's just a whole bunch of stuff. So make sure you guys stay tuned and we'll see you guys in the next episode.